Welcome back to Sidereal Hanger. This is Mike. I'm coming at you with another video, and this time I want to talk to you about what are collectors doing during their downtime. Now, why is there downtime? Well, we just came out of the Chinese New Year, so there's not a whole lot of product coming from China. That's starting to gear back up now. A lot of the releases have been announced that are coming out in August, whether it's Masterpiece Transformer stuff that's coming out in August, the MP44, the Bumblebee, a lot of stuff that has been slated for should come out in April. Well, it's also the same stuff that said it's slated for April was also slated for October. Then moved to November, and then to December, and then so we didn't have no idea when that stuff's coming out. But right now is a big dry spell. Toy Fair announced a whole lot of stuff that's coming out. Great things, Halloween Skiff, all that stuff. Great stuff coming out. But the reality of it is, right now is a time for just kind of a downtime. You look at reviewers online; they're all reviewing stuff they normally don't go after. They're reviewing stuff that's not AAA quality stuff that a lot of people are after. They're trying to find some stuff to review, and that's because of this dry spell. So if you don't really feel the dry spell, I am thankful for it, because I can tell you right now I probably spend too much money on this stuff already the way it is, and to have a little bit of time to do some kind of housekeeping is great for me. And so I'm going to talk about those things, my top 5 list of what I'm doing and what y'all are doing. And by the way, this isn't rocket science, so y'all are probably doing 1, 2, 3, or 4 of these things. I'm doing all of them myself. And so chime in the comment section below on what you're doing, how you're feeling this time, and also what you're looking forward to, because I like to hear that. And I sure hope I don't miss out on the Soul Chigokin again. But anyway, starting at number 5. Number 5 is selling your excess. So you go through your collection and figure out what you don't really want, or don't really need, or you no longer are into, or maybe something that something better's come out, but you're just holding on to old stuff. Now this is work. I mean, it really is work. Going through it, trying to find all the pieces, listing it, trying to find a buyer, and all that stuff. It's work. But this is the time to do that, because you're not going after new stuff. You're not trying to figure out a new figure or anything like that. This is a good time for that. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not gonna lie. I got stuff. I got some eBay stuff up there. I got some Facebook stuff and Facebook groups and all that stuff. I'm getting rid of stuff so I can buy more stuff. And that's just the way it is. And this is a great time for that. But with that, it goes into the second number 4. The second number 4 is saving up for these future releases. Now I don't know. I might have $3,000 worth of pre-orders coming due in August. I don't know if it's that much, but it seems like that much, because I have so many things pre-ordered between August and September. But I need to have the money ready for that. So if you are looking forward to that, or if you're one of the people that really wants an MP44, but you don't have $450, well, you have between now and then to figure it out. But look around and sell the extra stuff that you have. And that's another thing, is that right now, with the fact that there's not a whole lot of stuff out for you to buy, there's not a lot of stuff for other collectors to buy. So if you put this stuff out to sell your excess, there's buyers, and plus the income tax and all that stuff. So you can start saving up for that. That's the whole point of it. So saving up is a big part of getting ready for all those releases that are coming out. And I really say, I wouldn't want anyone to go into any sort of financial ruin over buying some toys. That's, in my opinion, that's crazy. Well, I don't buy anything unless I got the money to do it. And I pass on things if I just don't have the money for it. That's all there is to it. And I'd have to let some of my pre-orders go if I don't save up enough money for this. So saving up, getting ready, gearing up for this stuff in August, and you got between now and then. Moving to number 3. Number 3 is, to me, a big deal. Redoing your display. So kind of figuring out what you really want in your display. And if you've done the first, number 5 and number 4 points, number 3 point is hand in hand in there. You should have some spaces. If you got rid of a couple of excess, you should have some more room, redoing your displays, making it look good. Whether or not it's buying an extra shelf for $30 at Walmart. Or like I do, I go to garage sales, I just get bookshelves for like $5. I probably have about 20 bookshelves around the house that I've gotten for $5 at garage sales that look great. It's just people don't need them for whatever reason. They let them go for dirt cheap. But those are the kinds of things that you could be doing right now. Get your displays right. Like I do, I get free extra building materials from places and add it to my displays. Print a little picture or something. Just do stuff like that. And it's really not very expensive. And there's ways to do it to actually technically free or with very little money. So those are a lot of things. The UPS store has great prices on printing and all that great stuff. Number 2, catching up on old releases. So that's another thing. It kind of goes against saving up. But if, let's say, you missed out on something and now's a good time to go after that. There's different ways to do it, of course, eBay, Facebook groups, and all that stuff. But you, at the same time, if other people are out there doing what I'm doing, they're getting rid of some excess. There should be some old releases to pick up. And a lot of times some of the old releases aren't that desirable, but you kind of want one. Let's say that you want some sort of like a hoist version, and you find a cheaper version of a hoist somewhere just to fill a hole. Maybe that's something you want to do. Or maybe it's something that you want to go and you get a deck of Toys Chronos because you don't want to drop $400 on the Phoenix on secondary market, and you get a $60 deck of Chronos. That's what I did, by the way. But believe you me, I won't miss out on the next re-release of the Fans Toys version. But, you know, catching up. This is a good time to catch up. It's a good time to take stock of your collection and say, well, maybe I want to get this this older item. Maybe I want to go back, if I'm a Star Wars collector, and I want to pick up some of the vintage collection figures that are online right now. Maybe I want to, because the Star Wars community is in a giant state of confusion in a way right now, because it's great with all the stuff that's coming out, but then a lot of older things just kind of lost all their value, so it's a good time to buy older Star Wars items. And I'm talking about like in the last 10 years worth of Star Wars stuff. Just seems like it fell, like the value fell overnight after Toy Fair, which is fun. I mean, it's great for collectors. Get out there and buy some more stuff. Lastly, and this is the most important, enjoy your collection. Enjoy what you have. Like, take this time to go back and revisit some of the old figures. And I'm not going to lie to you. I've watched a couple of YouTube videos on old figures. We're talking the early days of the Carbots, because I just really didn't care about them when I got them back then. And I'm watching some videos about them and showing a little bit more appreciation to those things, spending a little bit more time messing with them and incorporating them into my displays a little bit more and stuff like that. So we're really enjoying what you have. And I think a lot of times we get caught up in the next release. Like, what is the next big thing that's coming out? And when you get caught up in this next big thing that's coming out, and you just kind of lose appreciation for what you have. And I think that you should not do that. But anyway, tell me what you think about this list. Like and subscribe. And Titanium Hanger out.